guy in the NBA should ever wear 23. I've been working on that shot my whole life, and for that one to go in, that was liberating right there, man.
And I'm not shoving it aside, like it don't mean anything. I know it's important. I do. I honestly do. But we talking about
23 Shots of JD podcast.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I don't really start it again, so if you're hearing this, it's me, Jordan. The good thing about today is that I'm not going solo. I don't have David with me today, so that's a bit unfortunate. But I got someone else that's quite similar to David. Both think they can talk about sport. Both equally as ugly. So
equally as ugly. The guy's a potato head.
Yeah,
and you haven't even introduced my name
you're a
yet.
Tomato head. You're both from the same vegetable.
It's called a carrot.
The tomato.
Nah.
Like, when I see you, just your face.
You haven't even introduced me yet. You just continue just talking shit.
Just a round tomato.
Just continue talking shit. And you haven't even fucking introduced me.
Okay,
You look like a burnt bit of toast, man. I wouldn't be talking.
Oi, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, settle down. We have my friend Ben. That's a fucking introduction, mate. You like that? You like that introduction?
Yeah.
Hey, it's my friend Ben, and he looks like a tomato.
I'll tell you what. I'd know how to reply, but that'd mean I actually have to fucking watch and listen to this podcast, of which nobody else has the time for.
Settle down, mate. Don't talk to our fans like that. They know, they love it, they enjoy it. And now we got some foreign dude named Ben that looks like a tomato on it now. Tomato, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Ian is completely wrong. You're just fucking up, making yourself look like a dropkick.
No,
as per usual. No. As per Thursday night.
Wait. Last Thursday night?
Thursday night.
Oh, dude.
The first time Jordan comes out in just about over 2 years. Jordan was a very outgoing young one. Did like a couple of drinks, usually maybe about one or two to hit the floor.
18, let's be...
18, okay.
17, actually, it was 17.
How many did you have the time that we rolled you out of that pub?
I don't know. It could have been 20. It could have been double digits.
So we usually do prees.
We don't know.
We usually have prees, and Jordan came up a bit late. He was a bit late to prees. I had about 3 or 4 drinks, which was...
you gotta be fashionable, mate.
That's typical Jordan. And knowing Jordan, he'd also mixed the drinks, so he had a couple of beers, and I believe it was a couple of shots of rum or something like that. For some reason, he was doing shots of rum like a dropkick, as per fucking usual. Gin, whatever, it doesn't matter, you're a dropkick. Okay. Anyhow, we decided to rock up to the pub, and for some reason Jordan, who is known to be a very well scabber, you can expect him at the fucking line asking for 10 cents in the canteen, decides to go around shouting a couple of drinks. In particular, what were they? Long Island iced teas? Yeah, that's right. And they usually cost about $15
wait,
each.
what? Oh, okay.
Now,
I know what now you're talking about. I was confused.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about last week.
No. We're talking about stroller time.
Stroller time.
They
already sort of know about stroller time.
They know about stroller time.
Yeah, we talked about it, yeah.
And
probably not to the extent that you did. I basically just said I died in the bathroom. And I feel
he died in the bathroom. Pulled his pants down, nearly shat on himself, nearly threw up on himself. We couldn't get out because the fucking bouncers were smashing against the fucking door. Jordan's getting beat up from the side of the door. And then we decided to fucking roll him out in a strap-on stroller from the fucking ambulance who were there to help him out. He then proceeded to lie about dead for about the next 3 hours, of which everybody thought he was going to be fucking 6 feet under by the next day. So yes, that is Jordan for you.
Maybe a little introduction. All right. Like, no one knows the context behind it because... They don't know that.
I've just explained it. You had 4 shots of drinks, and you tried to buy other people drinks, and you couldn't fucking handle it. You decided to die in the bathroom.
No, because they don't know who the person that's speaking.
They see me roll, and they hate it until the next fucking level.
Let me talk. They don't know that. They don't know your history, mate. They don't know your history, Mister. Oh, I can't feel my legs, bro. Oh,
well, you didn't decide.
Oh, where am I, dude? Where am I?
You didn't decide to give much of a fucking introduction. You just decided to talk about physical appearances, mate.
You look like a tomato. This is
2018. This is 2018. You can't call people that sort of stuff.
We can't call people a vegetable nowadays. Wow, really?
Yeah, exactly.
We can't use what's the word for that when you're not characteristic of a non-human thing. I forgot what it is.
Yeah, fucking.
I did well in English and I still don't know that.
Yeah,
I was sort of poor. I didn't see the start of this going like this, but
neither did I. But you're the one who decided to talk.
We discussed it beforehand. We're like, we'll start with the World Cup, and then
No, we had a couple of points. But
and then it was sort of Bash and Jordan time. It was just Bash and Jordan time.
No, sorry. How did it start? Do you want to replay it?
I come out with the boys. People don't know. I am the entertainment. I'm the like I don't try to be the center of attention, but it's sort of forced upon me that when Jordan's around,
everything goes fucking pear-shaped.
It's legendary.
It's because it goes pear-shaped.
Because it's legendary. Legendary stories.
You tell you what, you leave a mark. It'll be good stories to tell on your wedding night or something like that.
I'm so scared for for my wedding day or something like that. It's
you just not invite anybody.
I know.
Just bring like a whole your family.
But not even that, like the bachelor party. If I survive the bachelor party, then I get to if I'm gonna have a bachelor party, I'll have it like 3 years out. I'm like, boys, I'm getting married in 3 years. I'm gonna have the bachelor party now.
Just so everybody forgets about it in 3 years' time, or like you haven't met your wife for that time.
Yeah.
Just so like your wife doesn't know you're a complete fucking muppet.
Exactly. I'm like, I gotta let all the bruising heal, let my broken legs heal, because they all.
What about them fucking brain cells, dude? You're a fucking liability.
Like I said,
it's always more fun that way. I mean, you can't go out and just have like a couple of fucking drinks. But that being said, like I'd definitely take a pub date over anything.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna mention that as a point now. Like I remember, like we went out last week and it was good. It was a really fun time and stuff. But like, nothing really beats a solid pub outing. During the World Cup, we had a lot of great pub outings. Like with Ben, my roommate, and then
David joined us.
Huh? David joined us a couple of times. Yeah. We had some other friends join us.
That fucking muppet who that ex schoolboy.
Yeah, that guy. I just thought
this random dude comes up to us and we got our stuff going on. We're just watching the game, chilling out.
Up to English.
And this fucking absolute muppet who's tell you what, he's a big boy. He's like fucking 6'2" or something, and he was
really. I thought I don't know how tall he is.
No, he's fresh 18 or whatnot, but he was.
No, he's not. He's our age.
No, dude, he's got a baby face as fuck.
He does. Well,
but anyway, he's pissed as fuck, and anyway, he knows David, so he goes. David pulls him aside and goes, "Oh, hey mate, how you going?" And this guy comes up and he's fucking sloshed like Jordan face. And he goes, "Oh, potato head, how the fuck you going?" and stuff. And it's kind of like, all right, dude, you're a bit of a dickhead and stuff. And then he just kept talking shit for the next 10 minutes. And then the security guy tried to kick him out and stuff. And he was like, "Nah, no, fucking have no. I'm just trying to see if I'm hiding away from the Sekis and shit." And goddamn fucking Sekis told us that his two mates that he was with earlier on, they got kicked out about fucking an hour and a half ago. Yeah. And this guy had been drinking by himself for about an hour and got kicked off the bar and shit, and just hung around the pub and shit for ages. Like, I mean, you're scraping the fucking bottom of the barrel doing that.
I remember I walk in and I'm like, they're having like some solid conversation, and then I was like, all right, let them be. And then they were talking so loud that you just couldn't stop hearing them. Yeah. And basically they were just like, well, he was the guy that was just completely pissed out of his mind. He was like, this is my mom's key. This is my dad's key.
Oh my god!
This is my house key.
And then he was
this is my car key. This is a keychain I got from when I was on holiday.
And this is how to get to my place. And this is how to get to my dad's place. I walk to the bus station.
I walk past KFC. It's about 30 minutes away. I'm like,
you know what's funny? It's very funny because like obviously we're in a bit of an older situation. We've kind of had our time.
I know, we're mature.
Like you can take the piss out of that, but like in all honesty, we are. Like I remember being 18 and going to I went to a rugby game with a couple of mates and then a couple of older guys who were like mates of mates, and we were all chilling out. And then I've had fucking way too much to drink.
Just over your head, then.
Yeah, and I did the same, and I was like going off and hanging around with like these older dudes.
Yeah.
Who were like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like nobody wants you to be around you and shit." And like I get it because like I was like fresh 18 and I couldn't handle my booze and stuff, and like
we still can't, Don't make it sound like it was a past thing. Don't make it sound like
rubbish. Anyway. Yeah, you can talk out your fucking ass all you want. But anyway, no, so yeah, I get it. And the fact of, like, that was the first time I looked back and I was like, shit, dude. I get in the fact that people, if they're there to do their thing, you shouldn't, like, really go and shove your fucking nose into them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, by all means, say hello and stuff. But, like, if you're pissed out of your brains and stuff and you're just, like, joining in the wrong crowd and stuff, it's just fucking annoying. And that was the first time.
It does get annoying, yeah.
And that was the first time I was like, oh, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're exactly like me. Like 2 years ago and stuff, and it was just fucking stupid and annoying. But like, no, going back to your whole point, like we used to do clubbing all the time. We used to go clubbing like pretty much.
And like
week.
It was good time. It's not like it was bad.
It was good fun. It was good fun.
And like obviously people know how old I am. Like Ben's about the same. Like Ben's the same age as me. So it's not like we're like 29 and we're like, we're trying to settle down. Like we're still like in some people's eyes like young kids, but it's like. I don't know, it sort of just seems like we're sort of not past clubbing, but it's like there's a lot of better options.
No, we're not past it, but it's kind of like it gets a bit repetitive.
It's like more like occasion than it is like
Yeah.
frequent.
I don't know. I know it sounds stupid because like, okay, you're still like 20, 21 years old for the majority of the group that we go out with. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, it does take the shit out of you.
It
Like,
does. It did.
Like the day after.
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
week, oh my god. So effectively, have you mentioned it to the guys
What?
last week?
Oh well, yeah. So I give a bit more. I give a better introduction to Ben. So not only he's one of my good mates, but I actually work with him as well. And yeah, basically, the day after we had that epic night out, where I had like 54 standards, like who's really counting? It could have been.
It was fucking up there.
It was pretty close. It was pretty close. And then like I woke up to work, thinking that like me and Ben sort of agreed that night. We're like, you know what? We're still gonna make it to work. We'll still be there. No excuses. And I rock up. I'm like, all right, I'm here a bit early. Maybe Ben's battling. He's on the bus or whatever. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
fucking dying.
But then basically he just didn't show up. And then we had like this sort of quote unquote big meeting. And then obviously the boss knows that I'm like good mates with Ben. So he's like, yo, do you know where Ben is? He's like not answering his phone. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with him.
And
And
usually when we do cancel, like you obviously give them a bit of notice and stuff, and you just send them a message and stuff.
saying like, yeah, I'm
And,
sick.
Yeah, and like it's bullshit and stuff. But I mean, like
Exactly.
we're casual workers and stuff, so it's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this time I was too fucking pissed. I was like to Jordan, I was like, yeah, nah, dude, nah, it's not happening.
But that was like 2 hours later before I
It
even
was,
got a message.
yeah,
Like, I'm already like a quarter way through my shift or whatever, and then Ben just messaged me going like, yeah, no, I'm not going in. I'm like, yeah, no shit, bro. It's been like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Of course you're not going
Yeah.
in.
To be fair, in what we calculated, I had 6 beers, 8 vodka lemonades, and 2 jugs of mojito to myself.
Yeah,
I
which
mean,
is like that's like
You do
in the
the maths
25s,
and
30s.
stuff. Like, I don't think I've ever drunk that much, and I wasn't sick. I think I might have abused the Uber driver on the way home,
Well, who doesn't, though?
by accident. But
Yeah, you should check your rating. Maybe
yeah,
it's like the
it's
worst.
it's probably gone down. Like you do that casual. How's the night been, mate? Oh yeah, yeah. Many trips and stuff. Like you do your casual thing. I don't know. I've got no fucking idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I just remember getting home. I actually locked the door, which was pretty good of me. And then we've got a box. So we like recently moved into a new place, and we got a fucking box that keeps the dog from going upstairs.
Yeah.
I decided to take my pants off and have a fucking bit of a rumble with it, kick the box to pieces.
Whoa, rumble with
The box.
dog? Oh, okay.
Jesus
No,
Christ, dude.
You mentioned
The
dog
dog was
in
out-
the
the
you
dog was
mentioned
out-
the dog in the
rubbish.
same sentence. You said, I'm pulling down my
Rubbish.
pants, I'm doing
Rubbish.
a Mitchell Pearce, I'm doing I'm going doggy style on a dog. It sounded
Oh
like
my
what
God.
It sounded like what you were alluding to, mate. I'm just trying to, inform
Fucking
the-
Mitchell Pearce. What a funny fucker.
Oh, what a legend. Legend though, legend. Again, legend status. Even though maybe not for the right things,
Yeah,
legend.
yeah. Oh, it's like
For people that don't know Mitchell Pearce, just search him up. You'll see a bunch of great stuff.
yeah,
about him.
you'll see a couple of memes with that stuff too.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. I mean, who else is up there? You got to have Todd Carney up there.
Todd Carney.
Todd Carney, ex
Yeah.
NRL player, was a bit of a bad boy throughout his game time, and decided
really
to
good
leave.
Player, really good
Great player. He actually won. I think he won the.
He was the best
Dally M,
player
which
in
was
like what?
best
He
player
like
of the year.
basically like equivalent like one MVP or like Golden Boot,
Yeah.
whatever, basically.
And how he decided to leave his mark is had a rowdy night out with the boys, as you do. As you do. And decided to go to the bathroom, get a mate to film him pissing in his own mouth.
Yeah, and
So maybe an acquired taste.
The thing is, yeah, it's acquired, but I feel like it's mutually should be respected. You look at it and you're like, impressive. It's only
a good aim.
impressive.
It was a good
like,
aim.
Think like just simple physics, like the velocity in itself.
Okay,
would have
all right.
to
We're going to
be-
science, and I didn't do year 12 science.
It would
so-
have to be pretty intense. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
no.
all I'm just really saying.
100% hands down was a good effort. It was a good
Well,
effort.
it wasn't really it was hands down. If it was hands down, but like, yeah,
Hands down?
Well, another one was actually Joel Monahan. Do you know Joel Monahan?
No.
Oh god, he was the one that put peanut butter on his dick and made a dog lick it.
Oh,
I
dude,
know.
that's
I know,
fucking
sort of,
dirty,
yeah.
dude.
It's
That's
so bad. It's like it's
it.
just basically a picture of him with his legs what like it's like man spreading and basically
my
the
God.
dog's just like it's bad, really bad taste for.
Yeah, no, it's fucking shit.
No, it's so dirty. It's so dirty. But we're actually like back to what we're actually gonna start with, the World Cup. I did mention it in the previous podcast. It's a little bit like France winning Croatia's efforts, England, and all stuff. But Ben's a big soccer fan, or quote unquote a big soccer fan. I don't know. Are you actually a big soccer fan?
Yes. I watched a lot of the games. Went to the pub with you, Dopey.
Yeah.
And then I watched a couple of games. I think my favourite game was actually the Portugal-Spain game. I thought that was a great all-round game. But like overall, like I mean, there was a lot of speculation regarding the whole obviously being in Russia and whether or not it was fucking rigged. as to how they actually got it and stuff. But I think overall it was a pretty good tournament.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
Do you see actually in the final, those 4 spectators that came on? They were
they did the not nudie run, but like they just stormed the field.
No, they dressed as police officers.
Wasn't it? It was like a political statement.
Yeah, it was a political statement. They actually got I think
they're dead.
No,
did Putin just go?
You know what? I reckon that would have been up there, but
dude,
no.
yeah, dude, me and Ben, my roommate, were talking about it when we were watching the game. We're like, yeah, these guys are dead.
Yeah,
They're legit.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, you know how they kept panning up to Putin, like, just sitting down?
Yeah.
Like, I just want them to pan up and you just see Putin just not in his seat, and he's just
you can just like fucking lift an arm down and put his thumb down and be like, bang,
just
dead.
the old Russell Crowe just.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty ridiculous, especially like in the final. But apparently, like there were like pictures of like Mbappe like rooting them on or something. It was pretty weird.
Oh no, Mbappe gave him the guy a high five, I think, or something like that.
Obviously,
I don't think it's that much, but I mean, like if you actually saw, like, I don't know, I thought it was a bit whack. I think they got 15 months in prison or something. I can't remember if 15 months or 15 grand fine. So I'm like, no, might have been 15 days. Oh fuck, I don't know, but
something with 15.
I think overall I was pretty right. I know the security guard, the security was pretty up there.
Oh, dude! As soon as they stormed the field, you see all the security just filing in.
Yeah,
from
but the fact
filing from all ends, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, overall, I thought France did very well. One thing that really kind of like ticked me off was Antoine Griezmann. So
the Griezmann, the greasy Griezmann.
I mean,
legend again. I like legend. No, I don't want to throw it out there. There's me, Mitchell Pearce, Antoine Griezmann. It's a good class. It's a good class of legends.
Yeah. The only thing that you guys don't have in common is them two fuck bitches and you don't.
Well, we don't have to go into semantics and all that, but like. Yo, like, of course, I'm not a Mitchell Pearce or the Antoine Griezmann's level.
That was a good one.
It's just like, it was a bit tough. Are you comparing me to one super famous person and one famous person against domestically famous?
I'm not entirely sure this podcast will get you there, Jody, but like, I mean,
I can tell everyone right now, it doesn't do anything for me in the romantic section. You know, I don't think you go up to a chick and be like, I have my own podcast. I really don't think that's the move. Like, if you want to see me in person...
Are you sure that doesn't get you any stories back from, like, on the train when it's just you and...
well, let's just settle down there, mate. Just settle down. Maybe if we do another podcast, or if you're good enough to be on another podcast...
If I'm good enough to be on another podcast...
you know what I mean? We'll get a few bevies in us, and it could get wild that time. But we will set that for another day.
A longer one. But, no, going back to Griezmann, I think, like, the whole celebration that he does that. He does the
loser Fortnite one. He does the hotline bling one. I like it.
No, I think it's bullshit.
I like it, especially when he scored the penalty in front of the fans.
Yeah, scoring
savage.
Savage. That's bullshit. He's scoring a fucking penalty. Okay, I mean, like you can score a penalty.
I do say. I have said that before. If you score a penalty, you don't deserve to celebrate at all.
No, you deserve to celebrate.
No, you don't. You don't. You scored a penalty. You're meant to score.
So then why are you justifying Griezmann?
Because it's great. Like if you are gonna celebrate, that's a good celebration.
No, that's bullshit. Completely disrespectful.
How is it though? It's really merely just pointing out facts to the other country that yes, you're a loser.
I think
you have lost.
Yeah, great, good for you. I think it was something like 2 billion people watched the fucking the whole World Cup or like the final or something like that.
At the same time or
at the same time. Or I mean,
2 billion people.
It might be throughout the whole duration.
I was gonna say just 1/3 of the population was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna watch. We're gonna watch the World Cup. Fuck it.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, you have that sort of mass amount of supporters watching and stuff, and you want to give that sort of impression of the fact of like, okay, yeah, we beat like they're a good side and stuff, but like, I mean,
not in the pedigree of Russia.
Like
France.
You look at all the great players across all the codes of sport: Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Ronaldo, Messi and stuff. I
don't really think you should put Tiger Woods in that sort of...
what do you mean? Tiger Woods dominated golf for 10 years.
Yeah.
He was like untouchable.
Yeah, and he dominated a lot of other holes as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a win-win situation.
I guess.
But unlike Roger Federer and all that sort of stuff, it's that class. Like, I mean, and you respect your opponents and stuff. And I get, like, you just won the World Cup. I get it. But, I mean, you don't have to go and shove it in people's faces. Like, you look at Mbappe, great player, young player.
His celebration's sick as well. I like the one where it's like the hands crossed.
But that's his only thing. He's not like going around in other people's faces and dancing around like a fucking idiot. Like, I mean, that's just in your face. And what it brings us to is Croatia actually beating England.
Of which it's coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming home.
It's coming home bullshit.
Football's coming home.
That started when they beat fucking Tunisia and Panama. I mean, like, those guys had their easiest group. And to be fair, what's his name, Southgate, he was actually smart in the fact of, like, they actually played the draw against Belgium for a loss, which obviously put them on the better side of the...
Which, like, I obviously strategic, but I just think to me, it's bad taste. I feel like you should... I don't know if they went there deliberately losing, but...
Well, I mean, if you look up the lineups and stuff, like, you can see that they were missing, like, 7 of the key starting players and whatnot. But anyhow... So, yeah, they hyped up that bullshit. It's coming home for fucking however long.
It's coming home.
And to be fair, it made semi-final and stuff, but, like, you compare all the other draws. Like, I mean, you look at France, who played all the top teams. I mean, no contrast. Who's playing the harder draw?
Yeah.
And then they were so expected to beat Croatia as if it's like a fucking walk in the park, and all the whole it's coming home bullshit got fucking hyped up even more.
Yeah.
Only for them to lose it and be like, oh, what the fuck are we going to do with ourselves and stuff. Like, I mean... If you shove it in your face that much, like, I mean, it's bound to bite you in the ass. And I mean, Luka Modric, who won Player of the Tournament, he said, like, look, he was really disappointed with the whole English pundits and stuff, just like slamming Croatia as if they were nothing, and it was just a big fuck you to the face to Croatia, and it came back to bite them on the ass. So I mean, like,
I think definitely England got a bit too, big for their boots. They sort of got a bit cocky without really like the resume. You know what I mean?
Give respect and take respect. I mean, if you're not going to give it, like,
exactly.
you don't deserve it.
Exactly. That's why I respect Griezmann, because he lets out some respect.
No, he fucking doesn't. That's the whole point.
Mate, he's my Instagram profile pic. This Antoine Griezmann is a legend.
I told Jordan, if you follow Jordan on Instagram, he's got fucking Griezmann with doing that stupid L shit.
Oh, God, it's amazing. I love it.
No, it's not.
He's actually my favorite player now.
Oh,
like,
what?
I always liked him
because
when I always played, like, I like playing with, like, Atletico and FIFA. I'm like, I don't know, because Atletico's sick.
Oh, God.
It is. You know it's sick. Well... Shut up, mate. You go for Real Madrid, so it's like,
We can't go there again. We've just discussed that with your roommate, as per usual, as we do pretty much every second fucking day.
No. What is he?
No.
Plastic fan.
Plastic fan.
Just a plastic fan.
Years.
To be fair, he has been to Madrid on a stopover.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. No, I think I might be a citizen of Switzerland then, because I stopped over in Switzerland as well, so... I think I might just take that.
Okay, I'm leaving. Thanks for listening, guys. We've finished the podcast.
Just delete now, yeah. But actually, quickly, what is your opinions on the whole Ronaldo situation? I know we sort of talked about it at length, just like
I mean,
personally and stuff. But I know it really tore your heart apart.
It's mixed emotions because obviously, like the whole, I think there's too much money in football, just like there is in any sport. I understand the whole television rights, and I mean, Mum works for all that sort of stuff, so I get the logistics of it all. However, I don't agree with how much money is in sport, and it's obviously heartbreaking. Like, I mean, they released a video. Oh, it fucking tore my heart out.
There's like a little bit of warm sunlight hitting your face, and it's just like it looks like just a perfect emotional.
It tore my heart out. It was so bad. I mean, you look at the guy, like he scored fucking 451 goals in 450 games for Madrid. It's like, it's incredible. Like, nobody's ever done it.
The GOAT, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not much of a soccer fan, so.
That tore my heart out. That was unlucky. I mean, Juventus, fair enough. He's going to go and win the title there, but obviously they've fucking won it the past 10 years.
Champions League though, or no? No,
they'll crumble.
Much like Real Madrid now. So
no,
I guess it just.
No, we're going to buy some good players. It'll be right. We'll be sweet.
Just holding on.
Speaking of that, but like something that maybe more people can relate to, Usain Bolt.
Yeah, Usain Bolt,
who has always aspired to be a professional footballer.
Like he had those trials with Borussia Dortmund and stuff.
So he trialed with Dortmund. He had a couple of 6 weeks.
Was it really a trial? Was it just like show up and make it like a little media storm sort of thing?
And I mean, fair enough. He's pretty old now. He's kicking on 33, and everybody knows world's fastest man and stuff. I mean, it's a fucking sick name for a sprinter.
Usain Bolt. It seems just too perfect.
That's crazy. It's nuts.
Too perfect.
That's nuts.
His name can't be legitimately Usain Bolt. It cannot be. How can his last name be Bolt in Jamaica?
I'm going to make a racist joke, but you probably can't do that on here.
No, okay. But I don't think you could do it anywhere, let's be honest. But
Yep. Sorry, going back to you calling fucking people tomatoes and carrots and spuds and
wow,
shit.
you're sensitive. You're sensitive.
I'm sensitive, but I can't make a joke. Anyway,
you're sensitive.
Usain Bolt.
When you had to preface a joke by saying, We can't say racist stuff on it, can we? It must be pretty bad.
Well, I mean, I've recently had experience, went overseas to Bali, came back, and obviously you can imagine the flights back to Bali to Australia.
About like, 4 or 5 hours, I think?
4 or 5 hours, but more so the fact, like, they're always going to be busy because Bali is...
It's number one.
We've got a nickname, Australians, Bali Bogans and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
Bali
we go over
Bogans.
there, it's very cheap.
Bali burn, get all that stuff.
Yeah, Bali burn. I mean, you have everything like handed to you on a silver platter, and for bugger all money. I mean, you could go over there in 5-star treatment. If you guys ever want to go, 5-star treatment, flights to and from, it'll probably cost you $1,000 depending on where you're flying from. I know for us it's like about $700, $800.
Yeah, it's very convenient for someone like for Australians.
Yeah,
I don't know about like US or UK.
And that
people,
results in obviously a lot of traffic back and forth and whatnot. Anyway,
Yeah.
on the way back, I was with my girlfriend at the time, and hundreds
At the time, is this breaking news? You make it. I don't know.
I'm with her at the airport, going through.
Oh no, just the way you phrase it, like I was with my girlfriend at the time.
Right, yeah.
Hopefully the missus doesn't hear this.
I'm not entirely sure that many people watch it. You know, that'd have to.
Oh really? They watch a podcast now. That's what they do now. Wow! They watch a podcast. Good on you, buddy.
Right.
Tries to rip the podcast and cannot get its grammatical errors correct.
I would say if you ever upgraded, then you could do like a proper like chucking some videos and stuff. They're like Kevin Hart's ones, but I don't think you'll ever get fucking money for it or advertise. Yeah,
good on you, bro. Good on you, mate. I'm giving you this platform, mate. This is what you do. I do a favor for you, mate, and
this is what you do.
This is what I do. I get you the exposure. I'm letting people hear you and all this stuff.
I can give a shout out to my like 110 Instagram followers. We're small but we're strong. Okay, yeah, that's momentum. Go follow Ben07 on Instagram.
Ben07. But you're at the airport.
Anyway, we're at the airport lining up, and this Asian family of 5 decided to go through the security, and you understand.
Everyone knows airport lines. Yeah. Oh,
right.
Not airport, security lines.
Where they scan your bag, so they put it through that. What's it called? What was it called, Sheldon? The conveyor belt.
It's like X-ray, so they can see like if you have any weapons or whatever.
Yeah. And it's pretty standard. And then you walk through that, obviously that scanner. You take your belt off and your watch off and whatnot. Anyway, after watching about a couple of hundred people go past, these Asian family decide to hop on the conveyor belt and try to get through it themselves, which was a very unique tactic. They nearly got arrested for it because they thought that they were trying to smuggle something.
But the thing is, like, I just don't understand logically. Like, even if you don't speak the language, that's fine. There could be some language barriers, obviously, but
you see hundreds of people
that's what I mean.
before you.
You're visually seeing people do this systematical process. You would think that
maybe it's like an ability, like a disability of learning or something like that. But
the whole family, geez, it's pretty intense.
Might not be talking about just the whole family here, Jordan.
Oh. Okay. You might be saying that to the people that we order Domino's from, though. They probably have the same opinion to them.
Yeah, probably.
Talk about customer service. We're not trying to hate on you, Domino's, but step up your employees.
Yeah, maybe check out that recruitment process a little tighter.
Exactly, because if I'm standing there waiting to order my pizza and they just
for 10 fucking minutes.
10 minutes. Well, I walked out and went to get some drinks or whatever, and then you're telling me.
This old guy comes in for a fucking pickup and stuff, which I mean, it's pretty simple. This other dude's chopping pizzas, like 15 of them, for goddamn 10 minutes before the guy even gets served. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, it's pretty
sweet,
it's pretty standard and stuff. I mean, it's pretty stupid to talk about it, but I mean, it fucking happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a bit of a joke.
Yeah, definitely. It's just ridiculous, you know. But yeah, just enjoying that Sprite there, buddy. Just delicious Sprite.
Sprite not from Domino's.
It was this podcast sponsored by joke. That would be the biggest just like brand promotion. Like
jokes were still in Jordan's mum's basement.
Jokes, we're definitely not in any basement, mate. It smells like a basement, to be fair. But
it does smell like a basement.
It does. I know. I'm gone for 2 days. I opened the door.
Are you sure it wasn't a result from Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, last Thursday when you got absolutely hammered. Everybody got hammered.
Nah. I don't think so. But
do you have any like drunken stories that you really come to mind?
Well, you know, we mentioned at the beginning of the beginning of the podcast where I nearly died. Like literally, nearly. I thought I was gonna die. Like
Yeah, how
like,
many times
never-
has Jordan expressed his love for alcohol and getting completely sloshed and making
It's
a fool of
actually
himself?
amazing, but the day after is so bad.
That
Actually, no,
really
like,
bad.
no, basically,
No, but to be fair, that wasn't as bad as you remember that time when we had a mate of ours who it was the first time actually meeting my girlfriend. We'll call this.
yeah, it was the first time I met Benjamin's lovely girlfriend. Yes.
Yes. So
If you listen to the podcast, what's up? Shout out to you.
Go 3C. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it was the first time Jordan meeting my girlfriend, and we were with another mate who suggested we go out to a bit of a funky like gig sort of thing.
Yeah, it was sort of basically his mate. Like our friend went to a music school or like music tertiary education, whatever you want to call it. And like he was obviously he's studying with a bunch of musicians and stuff. And he was like, "Hey, you want to come down?"
And we were watching this new band.
Watch one of the gigs of the bandmates or one of my classmates and whatever. And we're like, you know what?
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
We'll give it a go. What's the worst that's gonna happen? It's free entry. We just rock up, see what happens.
And I mean, we usually do things by we kick prees off. We usually do it over the harbour. So I mean, whatever you want to call it, romantic views and stuff. Like,
anyone knows where the Sydney Harbour Bridge is, basically somewhere around that location.
Yes, I mean, catch us every Thursday, Friday at 8 p.m.
Dude, that used to be the regular as well. We're like, just catch us anywhere on a park table near the Harbour Bridge.
But anyhow, we go for prees as we usually do, and this other guy, what do you want to call him? Are we going by real name, or are we going to
go?
We'll call him Matt.
Yeah, Matty boy.
So we're meeting Matt down there, and he's decided to get off the train, so he's all good, and then he goes and sits in the toilet. And we're like, okay. He's like, yeah, he'll catch up with us in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So we decided to go and pick out our favourite bench. And
I forgot. Yeah, this was even before we were starting drinking.
Ticking time.
And
we got the drinks in the bag, and it was kind of like, all right, maybe we should wait, maybe we should start or something like that.
Yeah.
And time ticks on, and we're about 15, going 20, we're going 30, we're going 40.
We're smashing the drinks and like...
we're already drinking by this stage.
Your girlfriend knows how to drink, mate. I was like, geez.
She learns from the best.
I was trying to keep up with her at one point. I was like,
she learns from the best.
What's happening here?
She learns from the best. Anyhow, and we finally get a buzz from the mate, and not to mention, like, we got no idea whether this guy's died.
Yeah.
This guy's gone back home.
Yeah.
God knows what's happened. He's actually called me up and goes, I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to make it tonight.
Yeah. And we're literally probably 5-10 minutes away from where he is. Like,
not even. It's probably like 2 or 3 minutes.
He'll be mad close around us. Like, it's like completely ridiculous. But
what's happened is he's called me and he said, I can't make it tonight. You guys go on without me. And I've said, oh, why? What's wrong? And he goes, I've shit myself. and I've gone, no, you're shitting me. As in, like, taking a fucking piss. And goes like, nah, dude, I've shit myself. I need to change a pair of pants, and the only way I can do that is I'm going home. I'm not buying anything local.
And at that time, there's probably nothing open either.
And I've put him on speaker and stuff, and everybody's just gone like, what the fuck's just happened?
What a first impression to make on your girlfriend. What are you?
Nice to meet you. I'm Matty the boy who shits himself and stuff. And he was in the fucking toilet after that for about an hour.
Yeah, he was just like, because the thing is, like, we had to go back to the train station to go over the bridge.
And we meet him up on the fucking train station.
Exactly. And he was still in the toilet just battling, and you're like...
I mean, shit himself. Like, I don't think I've ever done anything like that, even whilst I've been pissed.
Wait. Talk about drinking size with me. That nearly happened to me. Do you remember that? When we went
that was a crazy night.
That was a crazy night as well. That was one of like the first.
That's one of the OG memes.
That was hashtag OG memes. That was like one of the big first drinking nights that we had like post high school or whatever.
Yeah, so everybody's like recently. I think we were even 17 by then.
Yeah. I think we were definitely 17. We were definitely 17. It was the end of high school.
Only one of the guys was 18, and then because we always used to go to the parks and stuff, obviously, because we weren't legal, and we'd bring a couple of cases. I think we were drinking cider for some reason.
No, we're drinking goon. I remember it was goon as well.
Not even goon. Fuck, that's
good old wine coolers in there. But I just remember, and we were having a barbecue as well. We were like, we're gonna have a little get together with the boys, get drunk, have
and
a little bit of barbecue.
That's what we usually do and stuff. And it was great. great time. And then
Good times, yeah.
Then everybody, whoever was fucking cooking the sausages and stuff, decided.
Which was me.
Well, Master Chef tries to put a fucking bit of beer on there and stuff. It's like beer battered sausages. Shut the fuck up, you idiot.
I had a couple down. I mean, at that time, I was. My nickname was 4 Beers Ben Ass.
Yeah.
It was a rough time for me. And basically, my dad's a chef and whatever, and I was like, you know what? I'll chef it up a bit. Put a drizzle.
Jordan has no cooking experience.
I'll drizzle a bit of Corona on the sausages. Like da 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 da.
Yeah, drizzle. No, this is not drizzle. This is drunk Jordan fucking throwing a whole 2 fucking liters of beer all over the fucking beer and shit.
When you see people put like red wine and chicken and stuff, I was like, you know what, beer and sausages should be a mix. I don't know. It could have been a good op.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically did that. Everyone was eating the sausages, and then somehow, out of all the sausages to eat, I ate the ones that I sabotaged.
But you're skipping a
myself.
great big point. I recall everybody fucking running around like nearly butt naked.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure we all had a dicks out or something.
Yeah, we had a dicks out fucking.
At one point, we
just fucking running around and shit. Like. I think I nearly pissed on Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan
No, because the thing is, we're just like, I don't know what it makes it sound like we're like all gay as fuck or something. Like, no,
we're just pissed.
Everyone knows that any group of lads that are listening to this, everyone knows that eventually one of these days
you get your dicks out.
You get your dicks out, and it's just what it is. And we just got our dicks out, and then Ben was about to piss on me, and I think someone like pushed you or whatever. And he just like fell on top of me, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And we just all had our pants on or whatever. It was just complete pandemonium.
And then after that, then you go.
Yeah, basically after that, I had the sausages. I was like, oh god, this is not great,
And Jordan decided to do another Matty.
Not the best. And I sort of tried to, tough it out with the boys. Everyone was still drinking. I was like, excuse me, lads, I just go to the dodgy public toilet just off there.
Not to mention this place hasn't been fucking touched in like 20 years.
Definitely not. It's like the dodgiest toilet you ever see. Like I don't even know if it was I don't even know if it was working. That's the thing. Like who knows what it was. But basically went in there and I was like, that feeling when you sit in the toilet and you're like, you know what, when you need to grip the toilet paper, you're like, it's gonna be a long day. This is gonna be a long day.
I'm gonna camp here overnight.
This is gonna be it's like a test match. It's like a 5-day session. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna camp out here. I'm just gonna take it. And I was basically there forever. I was just there forever. And like, you just hear people from the outside going, Jordan, you alright? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going good.
And then after that, a couple of blue and red lights started flickering.
The old coppers, the Popo came over. I was just still in the toilet, but basically, I'm pretty sure maybe you could like recount it. They went up to you guys.
Yeah, so they've come up to us, and apparently someone's reported that like we're making a great big ruckus. Which I mean,
we definitely were. We're like 5 to 6 dudes with our dicks out.
I would say
yelling.
hands down, but it's more so of a pants down. We were. And yeah, they decided that they thought someone was doing drugs in the bathroom, which I mean, fair probable cause and stuff.
Makes sense.
And they're banging on the door again as per the
protocol or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I was going to refer more back to your stroller days in terms of the banging on the door.
Jeez, actually, wow, I did go full circle. Wow.
The circle of life, baby.
It is the circle of life. Now it looks like every 2 years I'm just going to die in a bathroom.
Yep, maybe.
Wow. Pencil that in 2020.
They're banging on the door and goes, who the fuck's in there? And
I don't think you were in the toilet as well or something.
I was not in the toilet.
No, I think it was Bailey. Someone was in
there.
I
think it was Nick.
I know definitely someone was in there, and I was like mute. I couldn't even talk to this point because I'm just struggling. I'm like, oh, like this is not looking good. And
Jordan's pushing out a baby.
Basically, several babies.
Oh my god, I've got a story after this as well.
It was a long session.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then basically like
I can't talk about shit on the air.
Yeah, it basically was like Nick goes like shit. Nick just goes, no, you don't want to come in here. You don't want to come here. And the police go, no, we need to come here. We want to make sure everything's safe and stuff. And Nick's like, no, you definitely don't want to come in here. And he goes, no, we need that. He's like, all right. And then he opens the door, and then the police officer takes one step, takes a whiff. Basically, when we were walking to the apartment, like just then, takes a whiff and was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Don't worry about it.
He could be shooting up heroin for all we know.
Bro.
He could be sniffing cocaine around. I don't know what he's doing, but he smells like complete shit. We're leaving.
You do you.
Are you leaving?
Yeah,
I remember the best part story is like I think it could have been Bailey or whatever, and he was like, oh dude, they slashed the goon bag. Man. We lost all the goon.
Yeah.
And at that time, 17 years old, $10 is a lot.
Yeah, that's a tragedy.
$10 is a lot.
That's a fucking tragedy. That's a tragedy.
Yeah. Oh god.
That's not as bad as So I recently went traveling and I did 6 weeks.
So whoa, you're a worldly man, sorry mate.
Sorry?
You're a worldly man. You're world travelers. Whoa, bragging, mate. You got.
I'm a worldly man. No, I saved up.
Are you like one of those trust fund?
No.
Blonde bitches that go to Europe and be like, oh yeah, daddy, transfer me another $3,000.
Get fucked. No, this was me. But in terms of fucking stench and like rowdy nights out, I had a trip to Cambodia. So one of the trips was Cambodia, and I got there late. I was about 6 o'clock in the evening, although it was still pretty light over there. And I just come off an 8-hour train, a bus ride, so I was fucking bugging. And I met these 2 British guys there, and it was great. They were good fun. They're like, yeah, we're gonna go up and have a beer. And there was a pool party going on at the time.
Decent. Because you would have gone summertime, like prime summertime, wasn't it? Or I don't know what the season.
I can't remember. Oh, it was January, so.
It would have been summertime. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was good fun. I mean, we go up and get these beers, and I've had like 4 or 5. And I mean, like not to brag or anything, but I can usually drink beer. Beer's my thing. Well, not as in taste, but like as in I can drink it.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
So, I was gonna say something smarty, but I will agree.
You gotta pay that.
I'll agree.
Anyway, I have about 4 or 5 of these things, and I'm thinking, holy shit, I'm fucking buzzed. And
that's the best moment. That's the best moment in any night out where you just sit there. You're like,
oh, I'm fucked.
It's over. I'm gone.
And
I'm gone fishing.
I've turned the can around, and it's something like 7.5% in beers, which was, I mean, it's like 2.5 or 3 standard drinks of fucking beer in Cambodia. This thing cost me 60 cents. It was crazy. Jeez. It was fucking nuts. Anyhow, meet all these other big guys. I mean, British guys. One was a big guy, maybe about 130 kilos, about 6'4". It was a monster.
Big bopper.
And he was with a skinny dude. Anyway, we go to these. We're following these pool parties, and it's kind of like those things where you go around hostels and you go to different hostels. Crazy shit happened. Like I was fucking blind out my brains, and these girls like eyeing me up, and then one of them, I'm in the pool with like 2 of the guys. And we're just having fucking wrestling. We're just trying to choke each other out whilst being fucking pissed. And this chick comes up and she grabs my dick, and I was like, oh,
whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, I haven't heard his story before.
Yeah, no, she comes up to me and she pulls the trunks away from me, and then puts her hand down and grabs my dick and stuff, and she starts jerking out, and I'm like,
whoa.
And I'm like, no. I was like, no, go jerk somebody else, because I misses. I'm a loyal fella.
I just imagine.
Oh, dude.
You know the R. Kelly song where he's like, my mind's telling me no, but my body. That's what going through your mind. My body's telling me yes.
3C is listening to this. No, that did not go through my head. However, I appreciate the gesture. However, I was too busy trying to fucking rumble and like trying to choke these guys.
Just trying to wrestle with the boys.
Yeah, pretty much. I was that fucking pissed. I was more worried. Definitely a lot more worried. And it was never on my mind in terms of doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that, and then everybody's like, a couple of people being sick and stuff, and everybody's pissed out of their brains.
Yeah.
We decided to go to this hotel that was dodgy as fuck. Nobody's in it, and this old like Lebanese guy owned it. And
it's been interesting to find a Lebanese guy in Cambodia.
It was really weird. Like we just.
I don't know if there's a big population.
We just walked around and stuff, and this guy owned the hotel, and I'm fucking pissed out my brains. And then this guy whips out like a massive bag of weed, a massive bag of weed, and I was like, holy fucking shit!
Again, I thought you were gonna say like dick or something.
No.
He just whips out a massive.
And the Lebanese guy's going like, I mean, this is Cambodia. You get caught with that shit, you'll be doing fucking 20 years in jail.
I was gonna say, talk to Chappelle Corby,
I'm fucking pissed out of my brains, and I'm shitting myself because all this fucking weed's going around and stuff.
Yeah.
And, oh my god, the amount of fucking joints they rolled was crazy. There was like probably about, I don't know, 10 between fucking like...
That's ridiculous.
2 of us.
That's ridiculous.
And then more people came, and there was fucking even more of that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so at the tops there was about 6 or 7 of us like sitting around this pool.
Yeah.
Just smoking a bit of weed.
Okay.
And it was all pretty open and stuff.
Yeah.
And then this Lebanese guy, he's like started to have some, and he just seemed a bit down. So this is the owner, and he just seemed a bit down and stuff. And he's had a couple of hits and stuff.
Not the Lebanese guy.
Yeah, and this is where I'm thinking I'm fucked here, because he's going to go and report me. He's going to report the police and stuff, and we're doing 20 years easy. He's decided to go back into his hotel, comes back out, sits on the other end of the pool, which is the deep end of the pool, with his chair, looking down the water, whips out some fucking meth.
No!
Whips out the pipe and shit.
What the...
And then fucking just looks into the fucking pool, and everybody's thinking he's gonna fucking kill himself.
Yeah, bro, that's...
Oh, dude, it's fucking nuts. And like everybody's just screaming, and I'm like, dude, you jump in, nobody's coming in after you, we're just fucking bolting and shit.
Yeah.
And oh my god, dude, it's fucking like crazy after that. And then anyway, after that, this is maybe 4 or 5 in the morning or something. Everybody's fucking pissed. And not to mention this is a party hostel, so this shit repeats itself at 12 every day. So I mean, you better fucking recover pretty quickly. After that, we decided to go home, and on the way, the guy, obviously the British guy, is big fans of the kebabs and stuff. So we spot this kebab shop.
Yeah.
Who's owned by this local Cambodian dude.
And so a Lebanese guy owns a hostel, but a Cambodian dude owns a kebab shop.
Yeah,
it makes sense. It makes sense.
It's pretty random.
It makes sense.
And the kebab guy then starts joking around with one of these British dudes.
Yeah.
And slaps him in the face with a fucking kebab. Now,
what the fuck is this night?
the British guy didn't fucking apparently like that because what the British guy was talking to the kebab dude about was like how his family got split up and shit, and he was going like he was one of those guys who gets like really deep and meaningful, like he was pissed. And they had like a bit of a D&M for like 5 minutes, and the kebab guy thought it was fucking funny. He decided to whip out a kebab and smack him in the face with it.
Jeez.
They had a fucking punch on, and everybody else is fucking running away and shit. We see the guy the next morning. He goes like, "Oh, I had to pay like $200 and something," and because he like smashed the dude's face into some glass or something and broke the glass. Oh,
geez.
dude, it's fucking nuts. Like dead set. If you guys ever want to go over like.
If anyone wants to go somewhere where they can get a hand job, get high,
go to Asia
and want a kebab at the same time,
or get slapped in the face with one,
all in the same night. Go to Asia, Jesus,
it's fucking nuts, dead set.
Jesus,
that's crazy.
Literally, I literally thought you were just gonna stop at I was sexually harassed.
That was one of the nights.
Somehow
that was one of the nights. I had 4 nights in that hostel.
Just complete.
Do you want to hear about the worst night?
Yeah.
So the worst night was same British dudes, more in particular the big guy. The
130 pounder.
130.
130 kilo, sorry.
Big bopper.
Yeah.
Big bopper. This guy's a massive redhead. He's got like a big full-on ginger beard, glasses. He's got that like typical you're a ginger, whatever you want to call him stuff. And I mean, this guy, he went hard the night before, so this is the last night that I'm there. So I decided to take it easy, and obviously being over there, it's like there's no really chance to take it easy.
Yeah.
But he wasn't coming out, and everybody like gave him a bit of stick for it, and he started getting really pissy about it. And we just got 3 new girls into the dorm room because obviously it's mixed dorm and it's like 10 bedrooms and stuff.
Decent.
And we come back and everybody's had like fucking mad night out, and we met this Canadian dude as well, who just sounded like a mad drug dealer, and he was like fucking off his tits and stuff. Anyway, we're going to bed, and about 1:30, you hear this. My head is going, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
sounds like a fucking bear.
Sounds like a whale, just a bit big. It's just a whale with
and I'll let you know as well, this great big ginger dude, obviously because it's Canberra, it's fucking hot. You sleep with a sheet on. This ginger dude sleeps fucking butt naked.
Naked in a 10 mixed dorm hostel.
And like, I mean, these girls are like fresh, like 18 and stuff. This guy's a fucking mountain of a dude. And fucking hell, you hear this fucking, and all these girls like flick all the lights on and shit and start shitting themselves. This great big ginger dude has got out of his bed, fucking ran towards the bathroom. We've got 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
Thrown up halfway mid-run, all over the fucking floor, smashed his head against the fucking sink, broken the sink, so there's fucking water leaking everywhere. My God. And he just vomited.
What's the sink made out of? I would assume it's like ceramic or something, but gee, must have destroyed it. It is 130 kilo fella.
No, this is a big boy and stuff. Anyway, he's vomited all over the floor. He vomited on these girls' fucking bags and shit.
Oh no!
And it was just, and all these girls like starting to shriek and shit, and they're fucking scared shitless. Anyway, he settles down, and maybe about 3:30, like everybody's back to sleep and whatnot. You hear the fucking groan again. Now this one's fucking worse. Because he's thrown up, done the whole fucking head spray because he's fucking still hungover from the last night.
Just straight projectile.
It's gone into people's beds. It's gone onto other fucking people. And then on the way to the bathroom, he's fucking stacked it.
Oh, on his own vomit?
On his own vomit. And you just hear this massive, like, thud.
God damn.
I was fucking nuts. And at that time, the Canadian dude just rocks in.
Yeah.
And the Canadian dude was dead. He was fucking throwing up everywhere, projectile vomiting and
the
shit.
Canadian dude goes in and he's just
He's
done.
even fucking worse.
What?
And the great big ginger dude eventually sobered up and stuff. But I
Yeah.
mean, this Canadian dude was doing these mermen like for about 6 hours and vomiting in his own pillow, vomiting in his own shirts and stuff. Dude, it brought back a lot of bad memories. And the guy was a fucking nightmare. And at 6:30, he finally sobers up like a little bit to talk. Because the great big ginger dude's fucking helping him out for like 3 hours and stuff.
Oh, that's good on him. Good on him then.
Yeah, but he's fucking
But is he
pissed too.
butt naked still?
Yeah, he's butt naked.
Just
Butt naked, sitting on the bed and fucking being like, yeah, mate, we'll go through it. We'll be sweet.
Yes.
Anyway, the fucking Canadian dude finally has a chat at like 6:30 in the morning, and not to mention nobody's got a fucking bit of sleep whatsoever.
Yeah.
And this fucking Canadian dude has gone up and been like, yeah, it was a pretty rowdy night, did some stupid shit, took drugs, drank too much and stuff. And he says, overall, it'd be about a 9.5 out of 10. And the only thing I'm fucking thinking to myself is, what the fuck constitutes a 10 if you're... honestly, I've never thought a guy was dead until I met this dude. Dead set. Vomiting in his own sleep. And you know how you can choke on your own vomit?
Yeah, no, I'm always... That's like one of my biggest fears when I'm like really sick.
The guy, I dead set, I put my head under the covers and I was like, nah, dude, somebody's going to die today.
Jeez.
I was dead set afraid of it. And I was like, oh, dude, like to go over and help. But like, I mean, there's a wall of fucking two people's vomit. And all these girls are fucking shitting themselves. It was absolutely fucking nuts, dude.
Jesus.
Oh, it was. But I mean, all in all, it was a great experience. I mean, like,
it was amazing.
Like I'm meeting up with a couple of them in a couple of months' time. So I mean, it'll be good fun. But yeah, Jesus Christ, tell you what, it's good fun. But I mean, just be fucking prepared for it. Like
I know, because I was thinking maybe I might go end of the year or maybe start of next year or something. I might want to do it, but I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, I wouldn't recommend going with a partner. There was a partner that went in our dorm, and they lasted one night because obviously you can tell what we fucking got up to.
Yeah.
And they weren't worrying about it. Like, I mean, there was fucking blood, broken shit, water leaking everywhere.
That's just
the guy
crazy. That's literally crazy.
Into people's beds and onto people.
Like how did you escape that though?
Because I was right next to him, so I wasn't in first. And like,
okay,
yeah. So he held it in until he was past the halfway point, and then just went. The guy just fucking lifted his head up and just went. Like, it was like one of those fucking sprinklers and shit.
It's
like
one
a garden
of those
sprinkler.
when you turn on a hose and it just flops around.
Like,
it's insane.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Or when you get like foreskin and you fucking pee and it just goes everywhere and shit. Like, fuck me, man. Like, it was that sort of shit. It just went... This shit was orange to match his hair and his fucking pubes and stuff.
He's vomit.
Like, I saw a lot more of that dude than I wanted to that night.
Jeez, man. Well... Probably the best way to get to know someone, I guess. You know,
I mean, we were comfortable after that.
Jeez, that's God, man.
But
that's levels that I wish I could dream of. Yeah. I feel like that's just. But no, when that's a 9.5 though. What was his definition of a 10? Like just dead? You just died?
I was like
alcohol poisoning.
This was more than alcohol poisoning. Alcohol poisoning is what I had the other day when you like take that day off and shit and you just got to recover and stuff.
Yeah.
No lie, hands down, jokes aside, I thought the guy was dead. I thought the guy was dead, 100%. It was fucking nuts.
Just like, you know what, we'll call
and I mean, I thought the shit that we get up to over here in Australia was fucking, like, some of the stuff that we've done is pretty stupid.
Completely pales in all comparison.
Oh my god, that's next level shit. That's crazy. That's fucking bonkers.
That's so intense. That is so intense. But yeah, man, I do want to go there. But the thing is, like, if I don't want to go by myself because I might die. I'd
probably go back.
I feel like I might actually die.
I reckon if you did it like with like a mate or two or something, it'd be so much fun. It'd be great fun.
I think if I went to,
it's cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah, definitely. I know it's definitely cheap, especially for like us Australians or whatever. It's just like
cheap for anybody to be honest.
Holiday.
Like, I mean, the only thing you have to really worry about is flights over there. I mean, you get accommodation there for $5 a night. I mean, or like.
Well, you stayed like mostly in hostels, but then
I did half and half. Yeah, so I treated myself towards the back end when my girlfriend joined me, but for the first half I was by myself for the majority of it. I mean, you do have to have like a bit of a hotel in there every now and then just to like kick back and relax. I mean, it does take the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like, I was drinking pretty much every day for about 3 weeks straight. And I'm talking, I did some stupid shit like fucking 4 people on a motorcycle hanging off and shit, like holding the other person, going like 60 clicks an hour and shit on an open road and stuff. And like people steal your money and oh my god, dude. Oh, this one time, this was actually in Vietnam. Goddamn, having a couple of drinks and I've had way too much and I've decided to grab the microphone from a massive pub of like there were 300 people there.
Yeah.
Mixed everybody, and it was a bit of a touristy place. So I mean, you got the old folks, and I'm fucking blasting out Wonderwall with one of these other dudes.
Like some karaoke type thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't karaoke. They had a professional band there, and I was like, nah, give me the fucking microphone. And like, I mean, like in all sense, a lot of Asian, they're a lot small and stuff. So I don't know if I was that daunting type or anything. I'm about 6'1". But this other bunch of tourists who I don't know, they just hadn't seen white people before or anything.
Yeah.
They were of Asian ethnicity. They're like, oh dude, you're huge, can you lift me up? Do you play rugby and stuff? And I was fucking doing, you know, those line outs where they like lift the player up. So and I was doing this, and the only thing is we had a fucking roof over this thing.
How tall is this fella?
Oh, this guy was like 5'1", he's tiny.
5'1", weighs nothing. Yeah.
He weighed maybe like 45, 50 kilos and shit. I was throwing this dude. up in the air. And he banged his head against the fucking roof. And I was like, oh shit, sorry, dude. And I was like, hey, do it again. Fucking nuts, dude. And then after that, he decided to go and steal a boat.
Yeah.
And fucking just went down the river with a boat after with 4 beers in hand and shit.
Yeah. That's the great part about traveling. Just meet some mad, wacky.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's crazy, like.
And you have a lot of fun doing it. Like, I mean.
Exactly,
like,
it's fun.
When you're there, like, when I was there, I'd probably recommend, like, selecting a couple of less places so you don't have to travel as much. But, I mean. Yeah. It's good fun doing it. You look back on it and, like, fuck, dude, that's a great time in your life.
And, like, you might as well do it when you're young because, like.
You got the energy.
Think about your stories now. You can't imagine someone 30 years old experiencing
get crucified for
that
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hostels and stuff. Hostels are for 18-year-old. It's for people that from between the ages of 18 and 18. If you're in your 22s and stuff.
There's a couple
if you're 22, be respectful, man. You know what I mean? Get a hotel.
There were a couple of there were a couple of older women, like 35-year-old there, but I mean, they just want to slut it out and just fucking try and get some dick in them.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's crazy. 100%. I mean, even you could get laid, bro.
I was going to say, like, mate,
Jordan did this.
Mate, if you're getting hand jobs just on the reg, I'm like,
I did not accept that. I did not accept that.
But it happened. Like,
she got there. She had a feel around and stuff, but
again, may I repeat? My mind's telling me no, but Ben's body.
I see now why you don't get any listeners. If you fucking sing like that, oh my god, man, that's fucking shocking.
My body's telling me yes. Oh, days, man.
But no, it's traveling worthwhile, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's good fun. And I mean, you get to do the whole experience, new cultures and stuff. Like, I mean, whatever takes you, but
whatever. Just pretty much everyone, just wants to get played. Everyone just wants to get absolutely.
Oh, it's so much fun. Dead set. I mean, you go in there and you'd be like that casual shy guy who doesn't say a word or anything. And you just meet all these numpties who fucking got the same idea, like, oh, let's drink and get smashed. Yeah. And also, if you're single, I reckon it's probably even better. Yeah. I mean. Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, I know you went. Just use protection. Oh, I forgot to mention with that story about the throwing up guy. Yeah. Oh, I think you might have told me this actually. Yeah, go. Yeah. So. After it's calmed down, this is probably before the Canadian guy decided to have a talk. Yeah. But the ginger guy has gone back to his bed. This is maybe about 4:30, maybe about 5 in the morning. And the skinny British guy who I mentioned earlier. He's his mate. Who's the great big ginger mate. Where like the duo make that number 10 sort of thing, yeah. And he was in the bunk above him. So obviously the big guy's down below because he probably couldn't fucking get up the ladder. Yeah, not to mention the bed with. I was gonna say they're just like single beds. Yeah, that one 30 kilo. It was fit in one of those. Well, I'll tell you what, it was. He would be the size of a bed. It was bigger than the bed. Jesus. Anyway, this filling on either side. This skinny dude has brought back this Asian prostitute. Really? Asian prostitute. I didn't know it was a prostitute. I thought it was just like some Asian chick. No, she was a prostitute. Oh, actually, no. I don't know if she was a prostitute or if she was one of those 35-year-olds just getting around getting a dick. Just getting a dick. But anyway, what happened is, so he's trying to get her up on the bed and stuff. She's pissed. He's pissed. And they can't get up the fucking ladder. So he manages to put his head up her ass and fucking push her up the fucking
So not
bed.
even like on the shoulder or something. Like, this guy's just launching his head.
Yeah, up her ass, and she's managed to get on the bed. And she's on the bed, and then that's fine.
This chick must be like 4'10" nothing as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all tiny and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they could pass as midgets and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
sorry if that offends you.
Maybe he was fucking a midget. We just don't know.
Maybe. The skinny guys decided to fucking get up on the ladder too. Mr. Steph landed directly on the great big ginger dude who who then just fucking screamed out in pain because it was on his like fucking shin and shit. Not to mention the British guy just fucking landed, his head smacked against the wall. Sorry, against the floor. So he might have a fucking concussion, so he's fallen down. Anyway, the great big ginger guy has screamed at him, swearing his fucking head off.
Yeah.
And fucking had a swing at this dude, like with open palms, so it was like a slap.
Yeah.
Made such solid contact. The guy had a handprint the next fucking day when I was leaving in that morning. And just laid down there for like 5 minutes, being like, holy shit, I need to fucking regather myself. And the Asian prostitute, or whatever you want to call her, she fucking left because he was on the floor for that long.
I was going to ask, I'm like, did he still end up finishing the job?
Nah, he was pissed and fucking like nearly died off that slap. It was incredible. Dead set.
That's ridiculous.
That's a lot of fucking fun doing that stuff.
Oh, God. That is pretty... That's why, I don't know. I wish I went like hostels and stuff. That would have been a better experience, or just a more wild experience. But
yeah, definitely worthwhile.
Yeah, definitely. Usually we wrap it up here. It's been an hour.
Just stories on
stories. I know,
stories.
just stories on stories, and it's a bit. I hope people like this. It's a bit different.
Bit of a contrast. I'm more of your pub. Have a pub chat.
Exactly. Yeah. Me and David like to get into the the more detailed stuff about sports and stuff. And I was like, sort of, considering that basketball season's sort of over, NFL season's not really happening, soccer's not
match with a couple of drunk stories.
Exactly.
In celebration of
exactly. There's not a lot of sport happening, so I was like, you know what? Why don't we just grab some of my mates with some great stories and stuff? So, Ben stepped up to the plate. Thanks for coming in, mate. Surprised about your efforts, mate. I think you might need to be a repeat guest potentially. Maybe a part 2 to some of the stuff, but
you see that he likes me. All that shit talking at the start.
I mean? Well,
yeah, right.
I don't know. I haven't posted. So I could post it. And
right. Yeah, we'll see if you don't post it.
Tomato face cunt out of it. Like, I don't know. They could be saying a lot of stuff.
We'll see you next week, fellas.
We'll see you next week. Jesus. But yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, jeez. I don't know where to go from here now. Usually it's just like,
tell us what you think. See if it's up your alley in terms of what you like.
Down your alley, in your alley.
Sport chat.
But yeah, no, definitely. Actually, tweet at me or email us. You know what to do. Tweet at us at 23 Shots of JD.
What do you like? Do you like the sports? Do you like a bit of mix and match?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And
stories.
Like I said, Ben, I like Ben on here. Hopefully you guys like Ben on here. So if you want him to come back, maybe he has a couple more stories. I know he's if you want to talk about the loose cannons in our friends group, it's me and Ben, and then it's daylight between anyone else. So
yeah, we got a couple of stories. We've had a good couple of barbecues and stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, people falling off decks and shit for a 5 meter drop and stuff. The standard.
Birthday parties and stuff
the standard.
Like that. So well, who knows? We'll get some stories out there. But yeah, like I said, if you want to interact with us further, 23 Shots of JD, Twitter, email us questions or queries or anything you really want to talk about. Or want us to talk about on the podcast, me, Ben, David, anyone else.
Do you get that? Do you get people asking you to talk about shit?
Sometimes, yeah. One time we got this funny email from someone that we actually know. It was pretty funny, but we'll talk about that another time, I guess. But yeah, we'll end it here. Anything else you want to add, Ben?
No, I'm done.
You sure? You satisfied?
I'm pretty satisfied.
Is that all stories you got? Nothing?
No.
Are you worth even contacting again to come here?
Am I worth even contacting again?
Are you
mate.
Even worth it, mate? Maybe.
Mate, just wait till we finish this, and I'll
maybe you only have maybe you only have an hour of juice, mate. I don't know. Maybe you just one hit. Right, are you a one hit wonder?
No.
I don't know.
You give me a couple of beers and me, and I'll tell you.
Dude, we really should do a podcast. That's what I want to do. I want to do like a podcast.
I'll tell you the meaning of life.
Where we're just super drunk, like with me.
Oh,
That's what I want to do.
dangerous.
Like,
That's dangerous.
Do a series of podcasts where we just like super fried and just see where it goes. It would
That'd
definitely.
be good fun.
It might not be.
Get somebody to set the shit up and just fucking. Oh, dickhead, talking to this microphone.
One time I wanted to do it like for praise or something, like come over for praise and just get absolutely hammered on a podcast and be like, I'll come the next day after a massive night and I'll be like, yeah, that's definitely not going nowhere. It's definitely not going.
Just be like, holy shit.
I'll be like, oh,
you
you
got
know
some
what?
serious problems.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'll edit this down and then somehow it goes from 1 hour to 20 seconds. That's all that's acceptable right now.
Hey guys, that was the only acceptable thing. Free to air.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.